Yo, what's going on? This is Valoramous. In today's music producer tutorial, we're going to discuss how to program a basic EDM kick drum, snare or clap, and then percussion pattern. So we're going to hop into Logic Pro, which is my digital audio workstation of choice, and I'm going to show you my method for programming this basic four-to-the-floor kick drum pattern, which can be used in tech house, progressive house, big room EDM. It can also be used in Eurodance. It can be used in a variety of different genres and subgenres to include pop, but I'm going to show you the basic drum pattern to lay down or program within your digital audio workstation, and then from there you should be adding additional elements, applying groove and swing, sidechain, and other types of compression and saturation in order to bring your drums to life and make them more snappy and punchy. So without further ado, let's hop on Logic Pro. Yo, what's going on, everyone? This is Valoramous. Welcome to my tutorial on how to program basic electronic dance music drums, which include the kick, a clap or snare, and then also hi-hats, and also other percussion elements. So whether you're producing, as I said in the intro, progressive house, tech house, big room, Eurodance music, the most common drum pattern for electronic dance music is going to be that four-to-the-floor drum pattern. So with four-to-the-floor, you will have a kick on every quarter bar or every beat. So it'll be 4 kick drums per bar or 16 kicks per 4 bars, or you could use the last kick drum in that pattern as I've done here. But it's going to be a standard 4 to the floor, so it'll sound like this with just the kick. So with this kick drum right here, I have a Eurodance kick or a punch kick, and then I also have a top kick to capture that transient. Here's what this will sound like. Now, the next element to add is going to be that clap or that snare. A lot of times, claps and snares, especially in house music, are going to be on the 2 and the 4 beat of that bar. So it'll go kick, kick and clap, kick and clap, or kick, smack, kick, smack, kick, smack, and it'll sound like this. So the kick is that punch to the gut, and then the clap is that smack to the face, or snare drum. You can use either depending on the genre. Snare drums will sound a bit more powerful in your face, so those are used more often in big room and hard dance genres of electronic dance music, these harder subgenres of electronic dance music. Claps are more common in house, some progressive house, and maybe the lighter forms of electronic dance music. Okay, and then the next most basic element to add in a standard EDM drum line is going to be your percussive elements. So a lot of times the hi-hat will be on the and in this beat pattern. So what I mean by that is it'll go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. So it's going to be a 1/8 note, and it's going to be in the pocket between the first kick and the second kick. So I only highlight just the open hat, it looks like this. Kick on the 1, kick and clap on the 2, hi-hat on this 1/8 in between. So it'll go kick, hi-hat, kick and clap, hi-hat, kick, hi-hat, kick and clap, hi-hat. And that's one bar, and then that will just, here's what this will sound like. Okay, so very, very basic electronic dance music drum pattern. Now we get into adding more percussive elements, and the next element you might add is going to be this closed hat. Now the closed hat is usually programmed on a 16th pattern, so you may have 1, 2, 3, or 4 closed hats per beat. And as you can see in my first bar, I've programmed the closed hats to have 3 in that first beat, 3 in that second beat, 2, and then 3. So it's playing on the 2/16, 3/16, 4/16, not the 5, because that'll interfere potentially with the kick and also the clap. Then it's playing on the 6/16, 7, and 8/16, and skipping 9, and playing 10, skipping 11, playing 12, skipping 13, playing 14/16, 15/16, and 16/16. That's one full bar, or one full measure of EDM. So here's what this will sound like. You can also add turnaround, so you can see at the very end of the 2-bar pattern, I added a little bit of extra closed hats, so a bit of a faster rhythm. So these are those hi-hat rolls that you'll often hear. So with this, you now have a very, very basic EDM drum pattern, and with the closed hats, it gives it a bit more rhythm and character. Now with swing, you could slightly alter these elements to give it a bit more groove. Or from here, you could also add other percussive elements such as shaker loops, such as top drum loops, such as rides or cymbals, like crashes, etc. So I've added an extra top drum loop right here, and here's what this will sound like. And then with big room music, because I'm a big room EDM producer, I will oftentimes have a cymbal which will hit on every kick drum, but typically that will not enter until the second half of the drop. With crashes, you could use crashes to accent a transition of every 4 bars, maybe every 2 bars. Same thing with cowbells and bonga drums. You should be using those drums to either fill in the pockets or to accent maybe a transition. But you could use them to fill in the pockets while you're also accenting the transition. This could be programmed at the very end of this 4-bar phrase. You could also have a big snare here, but to get the basics right, and then from there, then you can add these other elements which more serve as ear candy. There you have it. That is my quick tutorial on how to program a basic electronic dance music or EDM drum pattern. If you have any other comments, questions, tips, tricks, or concerns, please leave those in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next video.